septum, they'll be able to breathe better out of one side than the other. Okay. Now I'm going to assess her mouth, and I can use my little trusty pen light, and I want to see, can you open your mouth and stick out your tongue for me? And say, ah? Okay. Her tongue is pink. It's moist. Huh? It's moist. Shows me a sign of dehydration. Of hydration. Can you smile? Okay. Her teeth look nice. Do you have any missing teeth, false teeth, nothing like that? Is that important?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're always going to look right. They're always going to look, if it's false, it's always pretty much.
Oral health can lead to problems, complications.
Heart disease. If you have inflamed gums. Yeah. Can I look at the roof of your mouth? Okay. Roof of the mouth. Jaundice? What's jaundice? Yellowing. Sometimes it's hard to tell if somebody's jaundice because sometimes people's sclera are normally more yellow than other people, but the roof of the mouth can get a yellowy look to it for jaundice. Huh?
Is that all the spots, like yellow spots?
It's more of an overall. Somebody who's in liver failure, they may look like a squash. They're yellow.
It's one of the few times y'all I've ever walked in a room and went to myself. Whenever I saw the yellow sclera, it's like not natural at all. It just kind of threw me off. Ms. Clobber, if I could interject, one thing, y'all tell me, what is she checking for when she checks for the eyes movement and the blinking and the mouth opening and the smiling? What do we have to have? Neurological. And what are those called? When we say neurological?
Reflexes?
Nope. What does it take for you to do that? What's it take? Muscles, but something makes the muscle move. Nerves.
Which nerves?
Which ones?
Accessory.
Cranial nerves, okay? And how many of them are there?
12.
See, y'all, you thought those were going away once you memorized them, right?
No,
They don't.
Mr. Malakowski told me we were going to need
You're
them.
going to have to know that there's 3 of them. Not now, not this semester, but you're going to have to know next semester that there's 3 involved with your eye movements. Okay, I think it's 4, 6, and
4, 6, and
3.
4, 6, and something.
3.
3. Okay? See, the reason I don't know because I don't have to know. But you're going to have to rethink. So that's part of what she's assessing for here is how the brain is working. Not just the physical stuff, sorry.
And we're not checking all the cranial nerves at this level, but when you get to critical care, you will.
I got you. I got you.
All right. Now, so I've assessed her head, and I'm talking to her all this time to see if she's appropriate, and I'm going to work down to the neck. Her neck is symmetrical, okay? I might go ahead, I'm going to check your pulses, so I'm going to check the carotid. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. We do not assess the thyroid gland at this time. Okay, I do look to see if her trachea is midline. Okay, everything looks good with the neck. I do want to look at the ears, make sure they're in good shape, make sure there's no pressure, skin breakdown on the ears. So we've gotten there. Now
Should you see a carotid? Should you see a carotid? Whenever you see the guy with the white beater on, and he's like, that thing going ding, ding, ding. No, you should not see it. Okay?
Or the jugular venous extension if you have somebody in heart failure.
Yes.
You'll see those vessels.
If you see them, you're like, what's normal here? Okay.
And sometimes a physician will listen to the carotids. And he's listening for what's called a bruit, which is turbulence in that vessel. So if you have coronary artery disease, where you have a lot of plaque buildup, you can have some turbulence in those. But we're not doing that. So I'm going to move to her torso. All right, I like working head to toe, because that way, hopefully, I won't forget anything. If you forget something, it's okay. You can come back. I'm going to start with her arms, and I want to check the strength in her arms. So, Nancy, I'm going to put my hands on your arms, on your deltoid, and I want you to raise your arms against the resistance of my hands. Okay? Very good. And why am I doing both at the same time?
Same time.
the strength.
to compare the strength. If I did one here and one here, I might not pick up that she's got some weakness
In her
on one side. So that's why it's good to do it, but
And how tight are you holding?
just for resistance, so that when she does this, I can feel, are they moving symmetrically and with the same amount of strength.
Okay.
You can also do the lower arms. I want you to pull against my hand, okay? Okay. She's nice and strong there. Then I'm going to check, while I'm checking strength, I'm going to go ahead and check her grip strength. I'm going to cross my arms like this at 2 fingers. And I want you to squeeze my fingers. All right? And she just went right towards my fingers because of the way I had them positioned. Now, I don't use 3. Why?
Because they will hurt you.
It will hurt you. You get these little men in the nursing home. Mr. Scott, can you show me how strong you are? And they will show you, and they will hurt you. They really will. And they'll grind your knuckles together. So just use 2. All right? So we're going to check. Now, while I'm here with her hands, I'm going to look at her hands. Her skin is warm. The color is pink. Skin tone is even. Her nails are pink. And I'm going to check what's called capillary refill. And I'm going to take my nail and I'm going to blanch it against her nail bed till it turns white and then let go. And the color should return pink within 2 seconds. All right? If it returns within 2 seconds, I call that brisk. If it doesn't, I call that sluggish. But anything within 2 seconds. Now, what if she's got on nail polish?
You can't see it.
I can't see it. So you can go to the side of the finger and blanch the side of the finger. Y'all can check it on yourself. You see how that does?
Yeah.
It blanches, but then it turns pink. So you can use the side of the finger to do that assessment. Okay? Her nails are smooth. They don't have any ridges or cracks. They're well groomed. Okay, so that tells me a lot about her. I can check. Now I'm going to check your pulses. So since I'm right here in a race, I'm going to check her pulses. Check your pulses. Brachial and brachial. All right? So that's it with the arms. Now I'm going to pull out my stethoscope and I'm going to listen to your chest. Is that okay? So I'm going to find your apical pulse. So I'm going to find her apical pulse and I'm going to check her apical pulse. All right? While I'm still here with the apical pulse right here, I'm going to go ahead and listen to your belly. All right? And I'm going to, when we listen to the abdomen, and we're going to go over this in more detail when we get to GI, our unit on GI. You divide the abdomen into 4 quadrants, with the umbilicus being the intersection point. And Mr. Collins and I both are in agreement as to our sequencing for auscultating. And you're going to listen lower right quadrant, upper right quadrant, upper left quadrant, and lower left quadrant. Why do we do that sequence?
Rationale, people.
That's the way the poop runs.
That's the way. That's the way the bowel.
That's the way the bowel moves. Peristalsis.